Hi, Stephen. All right, I'm going to do your hour of spiritual healing now. So, you want me to help you heal your chakras, and it's kind of cool because I'm going to be working with Jesus in order to accomplish this work. So, I'm just going to relax here and then we're going to connect and see what happens, okay? Aim to see you. You are full of light and color. That is the first thing. It's fascinating because the colors are inconsistent with what it would be. So, for instance, you have yellow here. And so I'm just looking at this. Everything looks like buttons that could be pushed. So I'm going to push your buttons. Something about this. Do you feel like somebody has been pushing your buttons? You don't have to let anybody touch your spiritual reflection. Nobody has the right if you do not give it to them. You do not have to give anybody permission to be in your spiritual reflection or in your experience and to do anything inappropriate with your energetic reflection. So as in like a energy attack or anything of that kind. It's very quiet and it's a stillness. It's almost creepy. I'm just going to close my eyes, okay? It just feels like it's so hard to get to where I'm trying to go. And where I'm trying to go is almost... It's somewhere that's very dark. And I'm also in the process of connecting with Jesus, but I am to be guided as by my spirit guides guide me. So it's okay. The experience is similar to I'm in a hurry. I'm trying to get to where I'm going, but it's like walking through a rock. As a human being, you walk to a rock and you just rock in your face. You can't just walk through the rock. And so I'm trying to get into this space they're taking me to, and it's literally like so dense and so it's like rock and I can't walk through it as it's that intense. So I'm just going to do some work to break up the energy, okay? So usually if I make sounds and noises really intensely, create just intense energies, that creates the ripple that unhinges all of that stuck energy. This is a big deal. They're saying this is appropriate for healing your chakras, as you requested. Because even you feel there are blocks in them, and this is quite consistent with that feeling. I mean, it's like an invisible mountain. So I'm trying to walk into a space that's open, and it's like walking into a rock in my face. So I'm just going to focus here on this, okay? Literally, Jesus is on the scene and he is walking through this energy barrier with ease. And he's doing it as a beam of heavenly light. So he's just walking through it. As I'm breaking it up, he is just walking through it, which is awesome. He's showing me an orb of light in the center of it all, and he's holding the orb in his hand. He is placing the orb into his heart now. As he does that, all of this heavy rock turns into a liquid and it just falls down. The space is sort of like there's a massive ravine here between two sides of a rocky space, and so there's a actual rock bridge that goes into the center, and the air is like rock itself. And so Jesus goes into the invisible rock air on this rocky bridge, and then takes this beam, sort of orb of light, puts it into his heart, and then all the rocky, invisible rock air turns to liquid and just goes down and then into the ravine even. It's just now it's an open space. There's also a starlight up above there, just in the sky. It showed itself now. I'm just choosing patience. There's something much more in this space. Jesus is sort of disappearing or vanishing. That was important that he did that. And I'm just sitting down, being patient, and allowing the space to speak to me. There's something about lava down here, and there's a sensation of dragon energy, but I'm just waiting. The bridge seems to be breaking apart and receding even to either side of this ravine, whereas the lava now is just sort of filling up higher and higher and higher. I place love within this burning lava in order to help the lava recede. It's working really effectively. I'm creating heavenly light and then raindrops to help heal the space. Something about washing or purifying the space. It's interesting because that rock energy turned to a liquid too. And then that liquid turned into lava, which started filling things up. And now we've got heavenly raindrops falling, and it's really soothing. There's also a wave of energy that is in the center, and it's developing. It's sort of got a green and blue hue to it, and some white streaks as it's spinning in the center. The whole space is filling into is basically turning into an orb, and so then everything is spinning on the center, and so I'm actually inside an orb while simultaneously looking at everything from the outside in as well. So I'm just allowing this all to take place. Everything is spinning and actually blending. This orb is being placed through an odd invisible membrane of a whole new space, and I'm on the other side of the membrane, and it's like some part of me just put my hand through it and then handed me the orb of this space, and so now I'm on the other side of this membrane also taking the orb from my own hand. I'm in a white room. There's a white table and white chairs. I'm setting this orb down on the table. I'm sitting down. Everything is really quiet. I seem to be waiting for something. It's really weird because I have this spiritual orb and I'm in what is sort of like a work lunchroom kind of thing, like an employee's back room too. It's small and there's like a fridge in here. Everything's in white though. There's something work. It's kind of feels like work or the office. But everything is in white, and I have this orb. It's all black with some blue and green in it and some swirling going on. I'm placing the orb in the center of the table. I'm allowing everything that is white light or heavenly light to enter into the orb itself. It's fascinating. The orb is sucking in all of this white energy. And it feels really good in my heart. It's quite a strange thing. Spirit guides ask me why this is strange, and I say, because this space reminds me of like a work lunchroom, like an employee sort of relaxation room, you know? And because of the work vibe, it's sort of how is this work vibe intertwining with this profound spiritual experience? And yet it's the work space that is covered in all of this white that is being absorbed and actually healing the orb itself. So it's like the physical is healing the spiritual. So they're saying, so aren't you in the physical healing the spiritual? I was saying, yeah. But I don't perceive it as work, though. Like, I don't perceive it as this kind of work. A space like this, going to the office day after day after day, doing a repetitive thing. There's something very clean about this room, though. So I'm just examining it with them. This orb is speaking to me. It just feels uninspired. It feels sad. It basically is speaking to me from its heart and just saying that it just feels unfulfilled, and some part of it just feels really sad. It's the only way I can describe it. It's almost like a child speaking from within it. Child very genuine and honest, trying to describe feelings. Something just doesn't feel right about all this, about life or about experiences, about this whole thing, and showing me even the space where this whole space that's within it. So I'm just letting it share right now as I'm contemplating what it's saying. I'm holding it in my hands from the center of the table. I'm sharing love into this orb so it can feel love within its heart. I'm asking the orb what would make it happy. There's some blue color that it's sharing with me. It's really pretty. It's almost like purple, but it's blue. It's fascinating because it is blue. Its feelings are blue, right? And then the joy that it feels is when it thinks about being actually this blue color, but it's bluish purple. And then it sort of shows me that it wants to be purified and be entirely of that color. I'm just being patient with it while I'm helping to fill the inside of it with love and warmth, right? And then it's altering the color to be as it is requesting. And as it alters its color, it's getting smaller and smaller and smaller and smaller and smaller, which feels okay to me, is a good thing. The interactions are very interesting. There's some sort of it's like a delay or a thinness about the way the energy is bouncing back and forth. And so I'm just being patient with everything. And there's something that just feels really stale about the experience. So me being in your spiritual atmosphere, me exploring who and what you are and doing this healing work for you, I get to feel how you feel too. And something feels just like the energy is not motivated, not active. It's not as if you don't want to have those feelings. It's not as if you don't have the motivation or the activity, but some part of you just feels like this, you know? Like I'm trying to go somewhere, I'm walking into an invisible rock air. It's very thin on the development and the motivation, and then just the get up and go and the way things are communicating too. So I'm telling my spirit guides, let's do some amping energy work, and we'll just see where this takes us next, okay? I'm still in this room, and I'm just going to tell you as I go everything that I feel, okay? And in this room, I feel like, why am I here? I don't understand what this room is about. I don't understand why I have to be in this room or how this room is going to effectively heal you. Nothing about this room makes me feel alive. Nothing about this room makes me thrive. The only thing I find pleasant about this room is that it is clean, and I kind of find it intriguing how everything is white. So you have all white everything. Everything is in white. And so it's kind of neat. Just outlines of different structures all in white, you know. That's the best I can make of this room. So they're asking me to put color into it. And saying color is not going to make me like this room anymore. What am I going to do? Add color to a table that already reminds me of a space that I just don't want to be in? I mean, I don't like this place. Nothing about it. I mean, it's a cheap refrigerator, cheap chairs and a table. It's the best that work can provide to give you a space away from your cubicle. That's best I can analyze this. It just doesn't make me feel awesome. If I was on vacation, if I was on a beach, if I was somewhere else, I would just feel so much awesomer than this. And I tell you that it was quite a lot more exciting in that rock space, but even that space was just really bumming me out because no matter what I try, no matter what I do, the space is just a real letdown. It just won't alter its or transition its reflection. So Jesus coming into the scene was totally awesome. I loved how he was able to just go and collect this orb, place it into his heart, and I can't wait to see where that is going. I like how this scene changed. Even when it filled with lava, that was progress to me. And then filling everything with water, just healing it all was just progress to me, and it felt really good. And so now I have this orb, that I'm trying to heal, and even the orb is just disappointed. It wants to be more than this, and as it's becoming more than this, it just shrinks down into something, to nothing, basically. It just becomes invisible. And now I'm in a white room. This has to be a reflection of how you feel about life. This has to be it. So it's important that I speak about all of this stuff, so that way it can bring light to a space within you that needs this version of healing, needs this version of attention and communication and recognition. It needs it really bad because all of this is all interconnected and it is all about you. You need more warmth and more radiating energy within you that inspires something better than all of this. So I'm saying it's done. I don't want to be, I've already acknowledged everything I feel about the spaces I've been in thus far. I want to change everything. I want to make it something so much more colorful and brighter. Feel the color, hear the sound of the colors themselves, and feel alive in them. Feel motivated by them. Feel like you are a part of the rainbow, right? The rainbow that activates you and activates your senses and your mind, your emotions, your inspirations. It's so important. So now they're showing me you as a man who desires to feel the rainbow, feel alive from the rainbow. And now Jesus is on the scene. So I see you and you're activated by rainbow color now, a proper alignment as it should be. And then Jesus actually coming forward and blending his soul, his reflection, his energy of light into you. And then this orb of light in his heart is now blending with your heart. So now your hearts are as one. And this is spiritual. They say this is being done in the spiritual. Jesus' reflection is entering your divine spiritual reflection, and your divine vibrations and energy reflections are blending as one. The heart of your soul, the heart of Jesus' soul, is now in oneness, is what they're saying. This light from in his soul is blending now within yours, the heart. So I'm asking you, can you feel this? This is a spectacular moment. And for me, I want to feel more of it. I want to feel more impact from it. But there's something delayed about it. I mean, when I see Jesus walk into your soul, I should instantly just feel and be like, wow, I'm vibrating off of the chair. You know what I mean? But the reality is, when I see this happening, it's just sort of as exciting as turning on the TV and seeing what's on at 11 o'clock and it's all soap operas and I'm just like, there's something just not as awesome as it should be about this moment. This is, again, something about you. So it's important that I go through all this wisdom. It's part of the healing. They're saying this is going to be felt by you. It is ensured that it will be felt, but that this time, this is part of the wisdom. So again, they are asking, can you feel Jesus within your heart? They're asking this question to you. They're saying, allow yourself to feel Jesus within your heart. Actually, inhale his energy of love. Feel it beating within your heart. Feel your hearts aligned as one. Feel this spiritual experience now entering into your physical body and physical mind and your emotions. And feel it now entering into your heart, your physical heart. Actually breathe in the experience and then fill your body with it. That's what they're saying. This is getting better. This is feeling way awesomer. This is feeling perfected, amazing. I'm feeling good about this. So they're wanting you to continue to breathe this in. So I'm actually experiencing focusing on your physical body, actually inhaling and breathing in this experience, spiritual experience with Jesus. So now it is now blending in with the physical reflection of you. This is really important. They're saying this denser experience filled with more light to bring life, or a lighterness, more airiness, a vibrational raising experience. It's amazing. I can feel the energy tingling in my hands and my arms and my shoulders and my back of my head and my face and my neck. I can feel it in my heart. I can feel it moving all around my body. It's this energy gong. It's like a gong inside my body that's just filling me with love energy. So we're just going to continue to focus on you inhaling, okay? This feels alive. This feels real to me. This feels like I can become a part of something better than all this. I could even enter into this odd scene with the table and the chairs and feel like I have the power to choose what my experience is. I don't feel that my experiences have chosen me. I actually feel like I can choose my experiences now. I feel like I can choose to be free enough to walk through this sort of barrier of energy and change everything. This is important because now this is helping you to feel like you have the power within you to walk through any barriers as easily, as fluidly as Jesus, in order to attain the light that you are reaching for and actually feel the light within your own heart. That's what they're saying. They're wanting to have you now in this state of inhaling Jesus continually, feeling him within your heart, feeling the spiritual experience blending with your physical experience. And I'm actually having you enter the scene with the white table in the room. I'm having you decide what we're going to do with it. You want to see the orb again. So now we have the orb. It's in the center of the table. You say to me, this orb is a part of me. You say, I want you to heal this orb for me. And I say, let's heal this orb together. You're telling me you don't know how. You're actually breaking down, and sometimes it just feels like it just doesn't make sense. You wouldn't know where to begin. You feel bewildered by it. Saying, I'm not even sure how to heal this. I ask Spirit, and then Spirit helps me understand how to heal it for you. So why don't we ask Jesus together and see what Jesus has to say, and then now we can all learn, right? So you're not the only one who feels pickled by these experiences. You just trust in heaven, and heaven then provides the wisdom. And you know this. Sometimes life is the confusing conundrum, but Spirit already has that knot already unwound. It's us that feels knotted. Spirit never does. And so now you ask Spirit to help you feel the nutty crackery weird part alive in a knot, and just pull the string and then unwind it. And we all need this. I do this all the time with Spirit too, because my life gets knotted up and nutcrackery. It's important. So we're going to do it together, and we're going to both acknowledge together that I don't have all the answers. You don't have all the answers. It's okay. Spirit has all the answers. They're infinite. We're just human beings trying to make sense of an infinite universe. And so you're not alone, okay? And some part of this makes you feel a lot better. It makes you feel good to know that there's another human being that's on the same page who gets it, you know? And so we are both sitting cross-legged on the floor of this room, right? And then Jesus is over here on the other side looking at us both. There's something important about this. So we're two next to each other, and then Jesus is in front of us making one. So there's like a triangle of wisdom going on right here. I love these triangles of wisdom. There's something important about this. So we have this orb now in the center between us, in the center of this triangle of us, okay? It's really exciting. He says we're all here together, and this experience is a manifestation of love. So we're all here together in love, right? in connection with each other and with each other's souls, and dreams of manifesting love for one another. And so he says the only thing you have to do in order to heal this orb is to know that it is all about love. It always was about love, and then to fill it with this version and experience of love and connectedness. Connectedness that is pure and heavenly and good and honest and healing for your heart. It's really about healing for your heart. And so we all are asked by Jesus, and Jesus too, we are taking our eyes, our triangle of wisdom here, so our third eye, and then our eyeballs, and then we are looking into the orb, okay? And then we're all part of a triangle as well, and it's all in the center of a triangle. It's kind of cool, right? So we're just going to focus on it, and then focus on sharing our versions of love with it. So they're saying that you can do this. You can actually go through this visualization by just, you can close your eyes. You can see Jesus across from you and then me sitting next to you. And then just focus on this orb, which is also a part of you, which is also then you yourself. And how much love do you deserve? How much love do you need? How do you give a hug to somebody who needs to feel loved? Now, share all of your dreams, all of your feelings about love in the center of this moment, which is you are in the center of our universe, and we are sharing love with you. So just focus on sharing love into this beautiful orb that is you, that has been in pain, that needs a hug. And we're all doing this together, okay? So they're saying the easiest way to do it is just close your eyes and think of every memory, every thought, every reflection of what is pure love to you. What does love feel like to you? So I think, like, when I think of purest reflections of love, I think about the most genuine connections that I've made with other people in my life that have moved my heart, that have made me feel alive, like a flower, blossoming in a garden. Those are the moments in life that I think about. I think about really meaningful connections that's touched my heart. Things that I dream about for humanity, things that I think about with Mother Earth and nature, and what I love about creation, what I love about the universe and stars, and reverence to heaven and God and Jesus and to everybody, to all souls, to the experience. And so I keep sharing those thoughts and feelings in order to create more love and transformation. So I'm doing that for you right now, okay? And Jesus is also sharing his versions of love with you too. And this is all specifically for your heart, okay? There's a real huge energy ripple going on as we're doing this. So I'm just going to keep focusing on the orb, but there's quite a darker, everything that was white is turned black, and we're all in like a smoky black room. I mean, all I can see is smoky black. We are all lit up in white. The triangle itself is white, and then this ball we're focusing on. So it's really weird, and there's like a ripple of energy kind of going like this. And in our triangle of wisdom and experience and love sharing, as everything is getting darker and darker and darker around us. So we are just going to keep focusing. There's a lot going on. It's pretty overwhelming, so I just need to relax, okay? Everything is right. I play so... Ugh. So, I don't know how to talk right now through this, because I'm asking my spirit guides if I even need to. Saying to just be patient for a little bit, and I'll tell you what happens, okay? It's pretty intense. It's just not quite done yet, so I'll tell you what happens here. Just need to keep focusing, okay? Holy smokes. Basically, there was no other way to do this, but the orb was sent up, and then I had to enter in the center of this pyramid, a version of me. So I then filled my heart with this orb that was quite devastated. And for me to do that, I entered into a realm of pure darkness. So in the realm of darkness, then the only way I could purify it was is to focus. So I'm just still focusing. Because there's something about this. There's something really huge about this. And it has to do with feelings. It has to do with purifying a massive space that was contained in a pyramid itself, purely dark. And there's nothing there. There's nothing there that is a reflection of love. This also has to do with your heart. This has to do with why that energy was so built up. And so for me to purify this massive space, now I'm going through every memory of love that I have in my heart and then sharing it with the space in order to purify the orb that is you, which is to purify your own heart. So let me just keep focusing, okay? It's just hard because the space is just really devastating to me, and then to share all of this is just really, it's really positive, but it's also pretty emotional. It's good. So you needed this very badly. So I'm supposed to say then that I sacrifice my heart for the heart of another. Jesus sacrifices his heart for all of our hearts. And so how do we create love in each other's hearts? We become a sacrifice of love for one another in order to purify each other's experiences. And so that's what this is about. It's improving, the energy is improving, so it's not as derailing for me, but it's going to be okay. I'm just staying in here for a little while longer. Focus, okay? I'm pulling, this energy is helping to pull this pyramid out of a very dark space. It's sort of like I'm on a roller coaster ride, and it's creating the energy that I'm inside of the pyramid and I'm driving the pyramid out of a dark space. This is to do with you. I pulled the pyramid out of that space, and so I'm just wondering, what do I do next? I'm literally like riding on a roller coaster. And that's how you can perceive it, literally, like I'm on a white roller coaster of ups and downs and loop-de-loops, and I'm seeing across a massive horizon of other sort of, carnival rides or whatever, and then you can see everything from up here. Like you get to the top and you're about to go down, you can see everything from up here. But yet I'm kind of derailed just to speak about this, but I'm going up and down and then going upside down and then so on and so forth. So it's important and it's appropriate. I can't seem to look back at that space right now, so all I can do is continue to look forward at what is ahead. What is ahead is a lot of ups and downs and then loop-de-loops. And it's a white roller coaster. And the roller coaster is actually a pyramid. I'm sitting inside of it, and the pyramid is sitting on top of wheels that are going on an actual roller coaster, white. And it's a sunny day. It's really refreshing out. There's something this pyramid is still really gray on the inside and smoky kind of on the inside. What is positive is that it is out of that really dark place. But there's still more to do here. I'm telling you, your heart is really pure. You have really pure intentions as well. And this is going to make a world of difference in your life. They aren't explaining what has done, what your soul went through or what caused that to happen. So they're only continuing to show me this roller coaster. I'm checking to see if I can get anything else about this, but they're not saying anything else. I am feeling joy, and then also the joy is creating the right version of energy to heal this pyramid. It's actually the joy that is coming from you, the other version of me, and Jesus, because I am in the center of your pyramid. So your love is now lifting me up to new heights and helping me get through this, basically. So I'm not alone, because your love and Jesus's love, and then also my love from outside, is helping to accomplish this. And that is then filling my heart with joy. So you see how the interconnected hearts, so we're sharing love from our hearts with the center orb, right? Then I enter the center, a version of me enters the center. I put the orb into my heart. I share love from my heart with a whole new space inside of a pyramid, inside of a dark space. And I share love with it, with what's in my heart, in order to cleanse and purify. So now you guys are filling my heart with love, which is helping me do this. I'm actually feeling 1,000,000 times better. That was not easy. I'm not going to lie. That was not easy, but it was worth it, because you guys didn't give up on me and you kept sharing love with me, which helped me. And so now my joy from inside the pyramid is helping to heal the inside of the pyramid now too. And I feel like I can celebrate, and I'm not derailed or confused or concerned about the roller coaster. Abby in real life does not ride roller coasters, so this is really good. This is really good. So I don't ride roller coasters because I have a weak stomach, so I get derailed. I can't hardly do elevators without feeling like I'm gonna barf. So I got a super weak stomach. It's just so this is, I'm totally, I can stomach this. I'm totally stomaching it, and I'm feeling like my vibration is really raising high, and I'm feeling alive, and I feel amazing. From where I was, I feel 1,000,000 times better. And it's interesting because I can decide how fast or how slow we'll go on this roller coaster ride. If I want to just go really slow down the super steep slopes, I can actually control how fast or how slow. And they're saying speed it up already. They're speed it up, because I'm just going I'm gonna go really slow down the super steep slope. And it feels good to have control, right? But they're saying let it go and go as fast as you can and experience the exhilaration of life. And so I say, okay, let's do it. So I'm going to. And the faster we go, there's a rumbling and a shaking feeling, and I can hear lots of sounds, and it's vroom, like it's real inertia, and I'm part of it, yeah? And so we're going up, and then we go down really fast, and it's whoa, my hair's pushed back, and I can't hardly, my face feels like it's gonna go backward, and all my muscles to hold on tight. And it's really fast. It's oh my gosh, whoa. My stomach is starting to drop. But it's exciting, and it's worth it. And by the end of this ride, when you get off and you look at how far you come, you say, I did it. I'm a hero in my own world, in my own mind. And with what I can accomplish, I can do anything. And so that's where we are right now, just going through some of these loop-de-loops, and I'm going upside down, and I'm feeling whoa, life is really crazy. And it's so fast, and it goes so fast, faster than you can imagine. And it's good. It's a good fast. Life sometimes can feel really slow when you try to control every moment of it. It can just feel like you're never going to get to the end of this line, you know? But they're just saying let yourself go and let the experience happen and let the experience take place and let it take you where you're meant to go. And when you get there, you're going to get off the ride and look back and say, whoa, I just went through crazy town on that. But I made it, and I did it, and I'm a hero in my own world, and I'm awesome. And I'm excited, and I'm proud of myself. You're saying you have a lot to be proud of. Let it go and see where life takes you. And know where life takes you is so many reasons to celebrate and feel so proud of yourself. You've done amazing. You've done everything right. And we're proud of you. When they say we are, it's lots of voices in heaven that are looking at you, watching you on your journey, and really wanting to help you feel love within your heart. it is important that you did this work so you could see that heaven is there for you, that you can see that a human being doesn't even know you, that I care about you that much, and that you too are not going to give up either. And so you fill my heart with love, and that builds me up. And now we are taking care of each other, right? We're healing each other, and Jesus is healing us too, and teaching us and helping us on our journeys as well. And it's so meaningful, it's so monumental, it's so beautiful, it's so amazing. And so as we go through the exhilaration of life, we get to a point where we can go onto a new roller coaster, right? And so you get off, and then you get to experience, you get to look back, and then time for new things. So right now we're just we did it, and we're on sort of the boardwalk of being off the roller coaster, looking back at how far we've come. And they said everything is a part of the past now. When that pyramid left that dark space, it was ready to. It was time to. And love is what propelled it out of there. Love is what is healing your heart. And so even the pyramid itself dissolved along with all the energy, and all that was left was just joy and excitement and exhilaration and propelling forward and going faster and faster than ever before. And so I don't know, I'm just standing here, and I don't feel any need to figure anything out or analyze anything or get to the bottom of anything. I don't feel any concerns. I don't feel anything derailing. I feel positive. So let's see what happens next. They're showing me that what was just rainbow light is now actually glowing light. Light that is glowing and reaching its hands out to touch the world around. Not just from the front of you, from the back, from all sides. So you're surrounded in rainbow light now that is just reaching out to touch. And it's making you feel like you're ready to stand up and go experience life. It's motivation. It's heavenly and spiritual and love motivation. That's the best way I can describe it. It is working together in order to heal and then be alive and go be free to be a version of joy, heavenly joy that infects other people with joy too, right? It's important. There's a message here about trusting in heaven as well, and trust too that heaven does hear you, and heaven is here to help you when you call. And keep your eyes open for how heaven is speaking to you and inspiring you to get more healing or experience more joy, because heaven's goal is not for you to be miserable. Heaven's goal is to help you unwind from the experience of misery that your brain makes you feel or think is the reality. Heaven is like, no, here's my hand, just reach for my hand. Let me pull you into an experience of total love and joy. So you're here now with me, and we're both on the boardwalk, and I'm looking at you, you're looking back at me, and I'm saying, what now? Some part of you feels a lot more alive. You're feeling less emotional and confused as you were from the get-go. So you feel stronger and more empowered right now. So, but you still something about you is still not fully there yet. So I get it. So I'm taking the orb out and I'm placing it now within your heart. Jesus says, this is the white orb I took out of that space. And now see how we all were interconnecting hearts. And now the heart to be given back to you is the purest version of love. So I actually see that it is glowing white and is purified. White, is just a color, right? But as human beings, we really signify light as healing, and heavenly light is sort of white light or golden light and sort of softer. So this is a version of all the colors in white light that are being placed into your heart, okay? It's the best way. Heaven is all the colors. Heaven is all the colors, but it just sort of is just really bright, and then bright becomes white light. It's like blinding. It's like bright light, it's just white light. And so that's what it looks like. And so this is pure white light filled with all the colors of the rainbow, right? But it's just bright. And then we just put it in your heart. But you aren't putting it in there yet. You're sort of, it's between us both. So you're looking at me, I'm looking at you. You still look a little bogged down. And this ball of light here is in between us, levitating. And I'm saying, take it, right? And you haven't quite taken to it yet. So I'm just asking you, what's the holdup, or what are your feelings about this? You just want a moment, is all. Say, don't you feel worthy and deserving of experiencing love in your life? Love that is pure and real and honest and true and genuine. In spirit and then in physical as well. You have a hard time with this. I can't put it in there unless you accept it. So if you accept this healed orb of light that we're going to place into your heart, then all you need to do is say, okay, I'm ready now. I allow you to place this orb of light and healing and love from heaven within my heart. Love from Jesus, love from Abby, love from everybody within my heart. I'm open, I'm ready to experience all of this love within my heart. So you actually say that right now. I'm open to experiencing all of this love within my heart. I'm ready for you to place this orb of love within my heart now. So let's see this. So the orb is getting excited because you were wanting it. You're wanting it. And that's what the orb wanted all along. Is if it was like a childlike voice that just did not feel wanted. It just didn't feel it. There was just something lacking, right? And now it feels excited and motivated that you are ready to take it back and that it's been purified and healed with love. Not just that it was purified and healed with love. It's happy that you are seeing it and wanting to hold it and accept it and feel love for it and within you. And this also is you loving yourself. And this is important. This orb is really happy when you're ready to love it, but it is you loving yourself. And so you're actually inhaling the energy from the orb, and the orb too is blending with your heart, and you're actually getting brighter and brighter and brighter. It's really amazing. It's starting to transform back into the original scene where Jesus had entered you in spirit and blended his heart of light with your heart of light. And then we started inhaling that into your physical body. So now everything is starting to merge back together again. So now we can really feel the impact of the gift and experience. This is really important for you. You're going to be able to feel this in your body. It's not like midday and I don't know what to do with myself and I'm turning the TV on and it's all soap operas. It's like, I feel like I'm ready to go. I want to see something more in this world by choice and feel love and experiences that are exhilarating and mind-blowing and make me feel alive. And I am choosing to love myself now because I see that is the most important thing. And Jesus being a part of my heart and feeling the love within my heart is creating light and life and rainbow and activation in all parts of my reflection, chakras and mirror, all parts of your infinite reflection. It's not just about this body and this lifetime. It's not just about this version of your soul even. Your soul has many faces, many sides, many experiences, many emotions, many parts of it that make up who and what you are as a very special person on this planet. No two snowflakes are the same. No two souls are alike. No two human beings, not even if they're twins, are the same. And you are very special, and you deserve to know that, and you deserve to feel that and experience that in your heart because it's true. And I'm telling you, I can feel a lot of energy all throughout my body, and it's really bright and heavenly. It's totally Jesus style energy, and it's so healing and meaningful and moving and captivating and altering. I'm asking if there's anything else that I could share with you. Because right now you and Jesus are also blended here, and the heartbeat thing is happening, and it's all part of every part of you is blended with him in the spiritual and then in the physical. I'm asking my spirit guides, what else and what can I do for you really quickly? I'm growing a garden for you. Where you stand with Jesus, we are creating a garden all around it, around this light that you guys are together as one. In fact, we are all blending together. Me, you, and Jesus now are all actually blending together, all in one bright light. And then I'm also simultaneously doing work to create an earthly garden in order for this joy to be really felt and experienced in a place that is sacred and healed and green and thriving and beautiful. This is important. This space is actually part of a transformation of those two spaces that just didn't have a lot of heart to them, right? And so we're placing this space as just, those spaces are just part of they're just transformed into this space is going now here over top of them. They just aren't the reflection now. The reflection that is true now is that we're standing in a beautiful garden full of red roses. There's big, beautiful trees here with lots of wisdom and so much sound from Mother Earth coming. Lots of green, thriving energy that is just impacting us even more. And the ground is very healed and it feels very good. They're showing me that there was a dragon in that lava space, and that part is actually in healing right now. That too is a part of your reflection. I get to see it because this dragon is sort of lifting this entire garden space on its back and is going up and up and up into heavenly light. We're raising the vibration now. And this dragon is feeling so loving and so healed and so mighty. It's taking its power back. Dragons are not evil. I mean, dragons that have been hurt and abused and neglected and defiled can be transformed into evil dragons. But this dragon, that dragon was more like a reflection of pain, you know, but it wouldn't show itself. This dragon is a reflection of love beating within its heart, and it feels the wisdom of its demeanor, of who and what it is. A fire breather, but spiritual flame and spiritual wisdom, and then taking us to new heights. There's something about the scales that were dark are changing color now. They're turning all different colors of rainbow. It's shedding its skin, is what they say. What is old has now become new. Allow the colors then to merge and become what they are meant to be. Right now, it's sort of like a clear skin with rainbow color. It's like iridescent rainbow. It's continuing to fly upward. With a garden, literally there's like earth and like a crust or something, and then there's like a super garden up here, and then we're this super white light in the center, and the dragon is literally flying us upward into the light, even more higher in vibration. There's just a freedom for that's to be experienced. The dragon is just continuing to fly upwards, and we've sort of, I'm just watching, the dragon's just has stopped, this space is levitating, and the dragon is actually just flying off in freedom. It's as it's meant to be. This part of your soul needs to be flying off in freedom. And it's flying off into white light or heavenly light, and it feels free. Feels free to roam and be and experience in freedom. And this space is just, it is. I'm now above it, so I'm not seeing the skyline or anything. I'm just seeing the garden experience. And I'm just picking a red flower and then smelling it. And the fragrance is really lovely. I'm handing it to you. I'm asking you how you feel now. You're smiling. You're full of white light now. Jesus is also here, so we're just three separate now. Jesus is in this garden, this sacred garden, with us, and I'm just smelling the flowers, and then I'm handing you one that you're smelling now, and then telling me that you're just smiling. You feel better. You feel so much cleansed, emotionally just stable. Like you feel like you got this thing, like you get it. Like you know, and you understand something more now. Maybe you don't have all the answers or have it all figured out, but this moment, this experience, this healing gift is right, and it is exactly the medicine you need to do the next thing in your life. Whatever the next roller coaster is going to be, or maybe you just want to do, I don't know, ride the skyline thing. That's a lot softer experience, and it's peaceful and relaxing. All right, so that's what I have for you. Thank you for this extraordinary experience. I'm definitely be curious to see how you're feeling as the days pass. So this is exactly what you needed. And thank you also for your willingness to share this experience openly on YouTube as well. And for those of you watching in the audience, if you're interested in spiritual healing or psychic reading with me, you may order a service by visiting my website at abbynormalswisdomquest.com. Thank you for watching.